Hello, good evening, everyone. Welcome to our webinar today. And I think we can start. So we will discuss today decentralizing video, the future of content creation. And I'm Ümit Doğan, Pavilion Network's founder and also developer, and also my brother, and also he is a systems and AI engineer. Uh, we will uh, we will discuss in following next 30 minutes, and we will explore how decentralized networks and Web3 technologies are reshaping the content is produced, distributed, and monetized. So we will cover key challenges faced on today's decentralized platforms and examine real-world data and case studies, and also share Pavilion Network's roadmap for building truly creator-centric media ecosystem. And so by the end, you will have have a clear picture of why AI-powered delivery, transparent governance, empowered creator choice are the cornerstones of next generation of media. Let's start. The first part will be on our side. So, yeah.
Okay. Let me start by sharing my screen. And I'm gonna do this. Hmm. So I want to talk about in this presentation the growing shift towards decentralized platforms and how they shape the content creation. And we know YouTube and TikTok and other platforms are giants in the history. And while they offer reach and monetizations, they also offer restrictions on what creators can post or how they can earn money. I'm going to be talking about the situation as it is and why this might be less than ideal, while I'm going to leave it to Ümit to talk about what is the solution to these problems. And from suppressing critical voices to suddenly demonetizing videos, creators. Sorry? From suppressing critical voices to suddenly demonetizing videos, creators are often at the mercy of large centralized companies. However, in decentralized platforms, which are growing in importance, there is a more open and creator-friendly environment. And today I'm going to talk about the problems of centralized platforms, and I'm going to try and compare them to decentralized alternatives and explore what it means. And the centralized platforms have immense power over creators, and they are often not afraid to wield that power. Uh, the algorithmic suppression, the way we see it today, it targets creators who voice opinions outside of the mainstream accepted topics, especially discussing government policies or touching on sensitive societal topics, leave you demonetized or suppressed by the algorithm. And even if you don't break any rules, any stated items, uh, it can be hidden from broader audiences in in a way that's called shadow banning. And to this end, these centralized companies have a profit motive that do not align with how people approach this topic. And excuse me, one moment. Okay, so additionally, these sudden demonetizations, which are sometimes referred to as apocalyptic events by content creators, which you may find a little over dramatic, yes, but the latest and most prominent of these apocalypses was called the adpocalypse, and it disturbs creators' income streams. These platforms can remove income from a creator's videos and offer no explanation. And in environments like these, creators cannot thrive, and when their income is so volatile and unpredictable, they cannot flourish in these environments. And also, adding to this problem, there is the issue of censorship and bans where platforms can lose access where creators can lose access to the platform. And an example of some of censorship affecting creators was the recent change in YouTube's profanity policy, which also gave us these YouTuberisms like unalive or force enhancer, the new words that replace pretty common household objects like kitchen knives. And as a result of these policy changes, uh, years of content suddenly become unmonetizable. And that is the unstable reality that creators currently endure. And not only that, like these are problems in and of themselves, but as a result of this, these platforms also dictate what is acceptable to talk about in polite company. And politics is often a hot topic and therefore often in danger of censorships, in danger of bans, in dangers of shadow banning. And so the common consensus is politics is not a good topic to talk about in common company, but how how are we expected to live in a democracy, the power of the people, where people do not talk about democracy? And in recent memory, the examples of these censorships is uh, like I talked about YouTube's recent policy changes, and particularly the rule about profanity, demonstrates how quickly creators' incomes can be wiped out and without warning, like overnight. And this creates a sense of instability and insecurity for the content creators. And they have no control over these policies. Additionally, when creators post about sensitive and controversial topics, they often find their content suppressed. And this stifling for freedom of expression and results in an environment where creators feel bound and compelled to self-censor. And we've been seeing the deplatforming of high-profile creators for violating policies that are not clarified anywhere, which only adds to the anxiety the content creators feel about their future in these platforms. And this brings us to the rise of another kind of platform, decentralized video platforms. And they are becoming increasingly more and more popular. Like they usually rely on peer-to-peer networks and blockchain technology, and their protocols are usually open, and creators are allowed more control over their content. And there are some notable examples like PeerTube, which hosts over 1,800 instances for over 500,000 users. And Odyssey was recently Odyssey recently saw 7 million monthly active users. There's DTube. Uh, DTube uses interplanetary file system for decentralized storage and blockchain-based rewards. And there is also Theta Network, which takes unique approach and utilizes a decentralized streaming network. They usually incentivize their contributors with crypto rewards, and this means the creators have more control over their income and they are free from centralized control. And however, it's not as governing such a platform is not as simple as governing YouTube. Unlike the traditional platforms, where a centralized company makes the decisions, decentralized platforms have to distribute authority over their community. Like Odyssey uses tokens that use tokens that allow users to vote on platform changes, meaning the community itself had a direct hand in how the platform evolved. Or in federated systems like PeerTube, individual servers acted independently and set their own moderation rules. This makes it highly customizable, makes the environment highly uh, accepting, but it also means there is no central body, there is no rule for all the content, there is no single body managing uh, and governing the system. And this decentralized structure allows creators autonomy and freedom, but it also makes it very, very complex. Since there is no central authority, moderation and legal issues become much harder to manage. For example, different peer-to-peer instances, like I said, have these different standards for what is appropriate, but there is no power that can enforce uniform policies, which can lead and does lead to conflicting standards. There are fewer regulations and there are very much legal challenges because this content isn't bound by any borders, and there is no clear figurehead to put to account. So this can both be an advantage for free speech, but also a very complex challenge for uh, regulation compliance. And as it stands, there are benefits and challenges to creating a decentralized platform. Uh, how we approach these challenges, I'm going to leave to Umit to talk about. Just take it away.
Okay, great. Thank you, Barish. Okay, I will take over. Just a minute. Right, it's fine. Good. So Okay. Ah, oh, as already was given some information about the current landscape, and I want to go over some creator case studies. So, for example, uh, uh, how the creators are approaching this situation right now. So they, first of all, they approach it as a insurance policy, like a backup strategy, like after experiencing sudden strikes or demonetization on YouTube, dozens of mid-tier creators, which means having between 50K to 200K subscribers now, uh, trying to auto-sync their content with Odyssey, PeerTube, or other decentralized platforms, networks. So other uh, case study for uh, other group of creators is niche migration and engaged communities, like educators covering politics, history, or health, which is often flagged on YouTube or banned. They report that while total view counts on Web3 platforms are smaller, like typically 10% or 15% of their YouTube traffic, but they report better engagement rates, like double. So higher comment depth and repeat views. So and average watch time are higher. Um, so another case is that it's a cautionary tale about Odyssey, which happened to 2022. So uh, a channel creator on YouTube named Linux Experiment was supporting Odyssey, and they just quit from supporting Odyssey for two reasons. One is crypto volatility, earnings in uh, uh, crypto, making it impossible to budget for living expenses. And other one is content Wild West, which means lax moderation, means uh, extremes or hateful channels. So undermining the platform's appeal to his brand safe audience. So his case highlights a key lesson here. Absolute freedom without any guardrails can drive away mainstream creators and their audiences if the environment feels unsafe or unpredictable. Um, so what about the pros and cons for the creators, considering the uh, current landscape? Uh, Being in the decentralized platform for a creator comes with creative freedom and anti-censorship, for sure. On these decentralized platforms, there is no opaque algorithm hiding your content, demonetizing content, such kind of issues with existing centralized platforms. Another one is true content and audience ownership. Federated or blockchain models let you migrate your entire content library including comments, subscriptions to another node or chain. At least it should be. And the other one is higher revenue share and token upside. With direct tipping, like token rewards, creators often keep almost 90% of their revenue. And on the other side, YouTube is cutting their revenue like 70 up to 70 to 80%. And in best case, 50% of their revenue cut by YouTube. So another draws is engaged communities. Even though the view counts are lower, as I mentioned, the engagement rates are 2 times, 3 times higher, measured by the comment length, repeated visits, and voluntary tips. Another advantage is resilience, which means content permanence. Once your content is published on blockchain or P2P network, content persists, even if the original service operator falls, which means there is no take down button like that can raise your work. So what are the cons? To be fair and honest, so yeah, there are smaller audience and harder discovery. And without YouTube's recommendation algorithms, creators typically retain only core funds and uncertain and volatile income. And as you know, crypto rewards fluctuate with market prices. At it worth to, for example, at it worth to, let's say, $10 one month, maybe $6 next, something like that. And also technical onboarding friction. Creators must often set up wallets, learn their token conversions, run server instances even. And the other one is lax moderation. I mean, the brand safety risk. Platforms with minimal content policy and can host illegal content alongside your videos that can harm the brand of the creator. And less mature infrastructure and supports features like adaptive bitrate streaming, built-in analytics, or customer service often lag behind. And also, maybe the last, but in my opinion, most important one is regulatory and legal uncertainty. Cryptocurrencies and decentralized media face evolving regulations and security classifications, tax reporting, potential liability for third-party content. Third-party content remain gray in gray areas. Okay, all in all, as you see, there are some pros and cons, and why the features and media is decentralized on Web3. So in following years and currently AI is rapidly moving fast, and we will see in following years how you will engage as a media consumer. You will engage with your content and consume your content. So in following years, you probably will directly interact with your device, even a phone or glass or some other, directly, and your
your agent on your device will interact with you. You will not contact with you with any platform. So according to your preference, and more importantly, according to preference of your creator, the content will be taken from the resource. The resource can change. So that is an opportunity and also possibly a need for decentralized video networks, uh, providing more transparent and fair service for the creators. So, in that sense, creators' choice will be much more important. And so if you have the content, you have the power. But then currently it's not, because the current landscape is based on a platform-centric approach, coming from the advantage of technology, which is around more than 15 years old. So creators will flock to networks that treat them fairly. They will compare platforms based on clear revenue splits, open source recommendation engines. They can audit, and uh, uh, so they can choose between platforms. So possibly they will also consider alternative earning models and such. So another key point is democratized governance to counter rising authorism. So which is a trend in global politics nowadays. So it seems it will be our main topic in politics in following years. So with governments around the world tightening information control, decentralized governance ensures no single party can suppress dissenting voices. On chain, voting and community councils allow creators and viewers to set the rules collaboratively. For example, if one region censors your content, alternate nodes in alternate locations keep it alive. So the other aspect is through content provenance and user privacy. Every upload, edit, and tip is cryptographically stamped on public ledger. Viewers can verify the authenticity and origin of any piece of the content without trusting a central authority. So other aspect is resilience, interoperability, and community ownership. All in all, these five pillars, AI-driven delivery, empowered creators, democratic governance, and resilient community ownership, all combine to create a media landscape that's free, fair, future-proof. And in this new paradigm, both creators and consumers can thrive without fear of censorship. So that are the main reasons that why media's future is decentralized. So building decentralized networks is something we want to issue in following years, and what's our role in here? One of the important part is building a decentralized media network, which is not difficult as it was nowadays because of the improvements in AI in software development. But it's a good challenge, and so we have already started developing decentralized media network. And another one is collaborative monetization models. We are piloting decentralized ad pools, micro subscription tiers, and sponsor marketplaces, all governed by creator elected communities to guarantee fair revenue splits and brand safety. These are the models that we are currently discussing on, and we want to expand possible monetization models that can come to surface. So that's there is a key role that the creators can take over and help us to find out the best models fitting to their needs. And also the last one, and also the most important one, is creator and community-driven policies. So we want to create policy working groups made up of creators, media experts, free speech advocates, blockchain enthusiasts, and draft and iteratively refine the content, moderation, and the governance rules. And so by building one cohesive, decentralized media network, combining delivery tools and collaborative monetization models and governance and community-driven policies will empower creators and audiences. We believe that. So what's the roadmap? Our public alpha is available on app Pavilion Network. So you can visit, and there are a bunch of features that already over there, but it's an alpha, and we are working on hardly to develop beta, which is planned to be released on December 2025. And we want to partner with creators, and as I mentioned, it's very important to engage with them and discuss iteratively about the monetization models and also the governance models. And also, we should create a core community this year, and consist of creators, media professionals, blockchain technologists, free speech advocates, kind of a council, and to have a base and core community to build up the foundation. So this group will steer governance working groups, pilot new features, and will decide what will be the next steps and how will Pavilion Network will shape. So that's the roadmap. And so how can you get involved? So since it's media, it's for everyone. Of course, it's starting from creators. The story starts from there. So as a creator, your insights drive our revenue experiments, like test tipping UIs and subscription tiers, at pool governance. So you can help us draft fair, flexible monetization that truly serves for creators. So as a developer, there are a bunch of work. There are building a resilient, decentralized media network is real challenge. So Pavilion Network is an open source. Join us to code, review architecture, and strengthen every layer of the platform. We are open as an open source. So for blockchain enthusiasts, dive into our on-chain governance and token models, and let's discuss creating a creator economy. And well, there's also a bunch of discussions we can make over there iteratively. So for the media professionals, lend your expertise on moderation, editorial workflows, brand safety frameworks. So free media advocates. So that's the key, that we want to have a free media for sure. And basically, I don't want to see the tweets of Elon Musk on my X account, even if I don't follow him. Yeah. So let's discuss, and we are open to your questions. You can unmute yourself if you wish, and also you can send through chat.
Hopefully, today we've been able to make it clear that this isn't a coding problem. Like blockchain has been done hundreds of times, tokenization has been done, the decentralization, there are examples of that, but this is a community problem. This is a governance problem. This is an ethics problems at some level, and we like to hear your questions no matter what they're about, and we value any input.
Can I ask a question? Hello, by the way.
So
Hi, of course.
It was a great presentation. Thank you. And um, I'm a cook, and I'm always thinking about if I open an account on YouTube. I always thinking that nobody will watch me because there are a lot of content creators that millions of followers has, and maybe they have not good content. They are like cheesy content, but they have so much followers. And I think it's a great opportunity, people's like me. And thank you again. And also, I have another question. How do you plan to attract mainstream creators and viewers to a decentralized network that currently has a fraction of YouTube's user base? Because YouTube is the the main thing, the creators like us.
that's a great question. Okay, let's turn to the basics. Right now, the overall traffic of the internet is around 50% is coming from Google. Okay, so probably huge amount of it to YouTube. So that's something won't change immediately. This will take time. As a part of this revolution, I call it, we have a responsibility, and the responsibility is building a decentralized and fair platform, not in terms of only technology, but in terms of governance and economy. So we should be there. when the people are ready for this. Okay, it will take time. So when we are there, there will be probably a need for more democracy, more fairness, and also there will be an opportunity for all of the platforms. They are on the side of decentralization. So as a decentralized network, as other guys, as we discussed previously in this presentation, we can just try to do our best and wait for the next move.
Thank
What do
you.
you think?
Thank you. I will be waiting. Thank you.
Okay, we are working on. Yeah.
Next
Yeah.
question comes from John Davis.
Yeah.
He has two questions actually. Knowing that Web3 is coming and AI will take control, what should I create to be one of the first in the market? What types of businesses do you recommend? He asks. The second question I think I can answer. If I understood correctly, is YouTube going to disappear? It's difficult to make predictions as accurate as that, but I don't think YouTube is going to just disappear. It's more so the market is going to redistribute in a more fairer fashion. These decentralized platforms are going to have a meaningful share.
Yes,
I,
this is realistic. This is very realistic. But I must say again, this will take time. For example, I want to give an example for this. As you know, rapid developments in AI. So why are devices like phones are not adapting themselves to these AI movements? So they are coming from back, and they are not. It seems that they don't want to integrate these AI improvements on their devices, especially iPhone, for example. So there will be a shift in following years in terms of user engagement with the device. Okay,
Mhm.
so the current paradigm is based on this platform-centric integration. I mean, interaction. So I won't expect it will be happening like in few years, but in following 5 to 10, yes, I believe in Barish's comment on this. About the content, I mean, which content can you create to be first in this AI movement? I believe there are lots of opportunities at this stage. But I am not a pro. I am not a professional content creator, so
No,
I think
I believe he was
yeah.
asking about business verticals.
Ah, and not as a content creator, but as a business, right?
Mhm.
As a production, for example.
Yeah, what would be the types of businesses you would recommend?
Yes, and there are. If we are talking about, for example, software, or if we are talking about the content, or creating content through software, there are different type of verticals we can discuss on that. Yes, so I think I expect. So in following years, we will be seeing more dynamic content, creators just in time. Why I am saying this? Because there is a huge improvement in also GPU power, which will support dynamic content creation by the power of AI. What's the meaning of that? For example, creating VFX, like 3D effects on live video, for example. And such kind of things may have an opportunity. You may have an opportunity. I think. Also, some augmented reality and incoming media technologies may arrive and may have a
I'm sorry.
more general usage.
Especially in terms of media technologies, Web3 is as uniquely suited to this because currently, for a video on demand service, you need content delivery networks, which are very expensive. But Web3 itself also already works on peer-to-peer connections, which already creates networks you can deliver your content through. So it is made to scale this way. So Web3
Exactly.
is going to make media especially prominent in the oncoming years.
Yes. Also,
AI
I
will do
think,
the same.
yeah. So the consume of media will increase. I think multimedia. Let's say, instead of text or other communication possibilities.
Okay.
Okay. Another question. Okay. All right. Thank you very much for joining us. And so follow us on Telegram, LinkedIn. We are almost in all social media channels. The project is pretty new. So please support us, be with us, and we will be having our next event 2 weeks later. And this is an opportunity for all of us to create the future of media. Thank you.
Right.